Hello, this is Susan Ditmar from Inspiration Glass Studio in Georgetown, Texas. Now we are this is the second part of framing out and completing a copper foil panel. We've already soldered the bottom corners, and now we've got to decide. We've decided we're going to put, this is going to be the top. So there's two ways to put hangers on this. One is using a jump ring. It's got a little center area. These you would place on the back and you flat solder it at the joint. Pretend this is the back of the picture. You're going to be holding this because it gets quite hot with needle nose pliers. You put it so that you can complete this soldered line and put it onto where the opening on the jump ring is and onto the edge of the zinc. Okay, we've decided to put it on this. It's the better place. If you don't have equal distance solder lines, then you'd need to put it overlapping where the joints, the vertical and the horizontal parts of the frame come together. So you're pulling this way, and you're not pulling this off. In Texas, when you hang something in a window, it can get really hot. So if you put the ring on the zinc where there isn't a seam or a joint of some sort, it can pull loose. The other way we can do this is with handy hangers. These are brass. They can be placed inside. If it won't fit inside your zinc channel, you can put the needle nose pliers and stretch so that this goes all the ways in so that it sits flat. Okay, now the first thing we're going to do is take this off. We've already taken the miter and cut the very tip off so that there's room for the joint to sit in here and abut the ring. This is one that's completed. It's our sample that we show people. This is very sturdy. Any lead panel practically I'll put these on because they're much heavier than copper foil. If it's a big panel, especially if there's not very many joints, I will always put the handy hanger as well. So the first thing we're going to do is take and make sure that there's flux on the hanger. We're going to flux inside the channel. This is real important because it won't stick if you don't do that. I'm going to make sure that the flat side will fit in here, and it does. Now I'm going to take and tin. It takes a little bit for the brass. It takes a little bit for the brass to take hold the solder. And on the side that I'm going to put up against, I think I'm going to put a little bit more flux on here so that, and you can see it holds. All right, now we're going to put it inside the channel. while it's still hot. You want to get it all the ways in. And I always hold the soldering iron up against. And it doesn't take very long. When you see that it pushes against there, then you can let it, make sure that it cools off before you do this, but make sure that it's tight in there. This one is already tinned. I'm going to do the other side now, and if you'll notice, I'm hanging this partially over the edge so that you can easily slide it in without any traction. I'm going to heat this up again, make sure that it's really good and hot. And then again, push it in. And you can see it goes up against. Now, since the handy hangers are in already, then all we have to do is go ahead and put this on. We're going to go ahead and flux both of them. This one isn't as tight, so we'll have to put some space, fill it in. All right. Then to complete it, you solder on the other side. Then you can go ahead and solder in here, and then on the end. And boy, that's never going to come out of there. Anyway, that's how to place hangers on your copper foil panel when you use a zinc frame. Thank you.